So you don't even have to watch it. You can just imagine the whole movie.
I watched the movie in my head. My first impression is that this doesn't sound too Hallmarky.
And a man ends up naked with only a Santa hat to cover himself. I would say this was the best one of the ones I watched.
Because you made it up.
Hello and welcome to this episode of I Should Have Known, the trivia game show that can't be trusted. Each week, one of our Quizmasters will present you with 4 facts about a topic, but one of those is a lie. And we're doing December for our theme. This is our most Christmassy episode. I'm your Quizmaster today. I'm Andi, and I am going to be doing a Find the Fake episode of Hallmark movies. So I'll present you with 4 Hallmark movies and tell you the plots, except one of them I have made up. So join our other hosts, Sups and Tanner, in trying to figure out which one of these movies is fake from Andi's studio. So maybe, if you think it's good, Hallmark, give me a call. It's actually a part 2. We did the same thing last year. I made up a movie then too. So if you enjoy this one, go back and listen to that one as well.
Seems like you have a thing for Hallmark movies.
See, that's like the thing about it is like, first of all, I don't really like movies. And then I definitely don't like Hallmark movies. I don't know. I mean, I've only watched literally 6 Hallmark movies because 3 for this episode and 3 for the one last year.
That's like in your entire lifetime, you've just watched 6 Hallmark movies?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
Really not an expert.
So,
I mean, you know the ending, but it's fun.
Yeah, I guess if you just want something predictable, like popcorn, it's not supposed to be exciting.
Yeah.
yeah, it's popcorn.
Okay.
So our PQQ this week is, in what year was the Hallmark Channel founded?
I think it was pretty recent, right?
Yeah, I would say 2001.
Yeah, it's definitely after 2000. I think it's like 2010.
Oh, wow.
You should listen to Sups. It was 2001.
Wow. Spot on.
What can I say? I love Hallmark movies
Yeah.
so much.
Your
Yeah.
true colors coming out.
So the Hallmark Channel puts out a lot of movies every year, like for Christmas, and there are always these kind of cheesy movies. Yeah, the channel is from 2001. Of course, the Hallmark company is much older. They were making cards and other things before that. So yeah, even if you're not a fan of, the movies, maybe you'll enjoy hearing the synopsis. And then I made one up.
So you're going to give us the plot of the movie?
Yeah,
right?
I wrote up a little synopsis of what happens in the movie.
Okay.
And it included some highlights.
Mm-hmm. And we learned last time we did these that they can be as cheesy or as weird and out there as you can imagine. So it's going to be really hard.
Yeah. Hallmark movie number 1, A Very Merry Quizmas. After getting laid off from her job as a junior editor at a music magazine, Danielle has to move back home with her parents. Her old childhood friend gets her a job as a substitute music teacher when the real teacher goes on an unexpected early maternity leave. Now Danielle must prepare a quirky bunch of middle schoolers for the Christmas pageant. One problem: she has horrible stage fright. At the school, she meets dreamy but uptight math teacher Damien, who is constantly complaining about all of the noise disturbing his class. After going to his classroom to complain to him, Danielle realizes that Damien is actually the guitarist of an old rock band that she liked in college. She enlists his help with the pageant. Through some adorable scheming by their young students, Danielle and Damien fall for one another, and they all perform a surprisingly entertaining rendition of God Rest You Merry Gentlemen.
Wow.
So I had to pick this one. Unfortunately, it's not about trivia or pub quiz.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the highlight is a cute subplot with her parents who are trying to spice up their marriage, and a man ends up naked with only a Santa hat to cover himself.
It seems like it's required in a Hallmark movie. It has to have an
I've never
appearance.
seen that before.
But maybe I missed something. Where's the quiz?
It all takes place in the school, so I think it's it's
Oh.
very lame.
Okay.
I saw the name on the list, and I was like, I have to pick that one. And then I think it's just a pun on it being at a school.
Wow.
If this is made up, she really missed the ball there. You didn't even add a quiz. There's no trivia. There's no quiz to speak of.
And I think that's why I think she did not make this up, because then there has to be some trivia element if the title of the movie is Quizmas.
Yeah.
But having said that, just as a standard Hallmark plot, I think this is a very cool plot. I like it, you know.
It wasn't awful. I mean, it was kind of cringy.
It sounds pretty straightforward, kind of like inspiration from Love Actually, where they have like the band and like people get together and there's an old rock star and like.
I mean, he's not old.
Previous.
Right.
Like a previous job.
Right.
Yeah. he's like, sexy professor type.
Oh, right.
Guitarist turned math teacher.
Yeah.
A dream job, you know?
When did this movie come out?
So this movie is from 2020.
Okay.
Oh, very recent.
Yeah.
On the surface, besides the quiz thing, it could have been made up.
Right. But she made up not only the title, but also the plot, right?
Yeah, and this highlight of the naked Santa.
But the naked Santa thing, I can totally believe this happening in the film, right? I think this...
It has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, just a bonus thing.
So silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could probably happen.
I can already imagine the movie in my head.
Yeah, so you don't even have to watch it. You can just imagine the movie.
I watched the movie in my head.
Like you were saying, it's like it's very predictable, you know.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed by the fact that there is no ex or like a jealous girlfriend.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it is kind of disappointing, the plot. You
Yeah.
know, no turns.
Welcome to
no.
Hallmark.
Right?
Would you like to hear another movie?
Yeah,
I think yes.
we start off strong. Here, another one.
All right. Hallmark movie number 2, 3 Wise Men and a Baby. This one is from 2022. So
Okay.
last year. 3 brothers who live with their mom must learn to work together in order to take care of a baby. Someone drops off their baby at the fire hall with a note leaving him to hunky firefighter Luke. He enlists the help of his neurotic and socially anxious pet therapist brother Stefan and his younger brother Taylor, whose cranky demeanor and biting wit recently got him fired from his job as a video game developer. Chaos ensues as the brothers each struggle to care for baby Thomas without their mother, who is at the hospital with their aunt. The 3 of them decide to enter a Christmas decoration contest to win her a cruise. They reenact a super awkward nativity scene with the baby as Jesus and the brothers as wise men. Eventually, the baby's mother returns. The brothers each have grown as people, making Christmas bright for their family and finding love along the way. The highlight is whenever the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy plays, they do a hilarious and intricately choreographed dance routine.
The
brothers, yeah. And they make like a 3-person Christmas tree thing.
Oh, wow.
It's like they're like climbing on each other. It's like a
What?
whole dance.
These hunky fire.
Yeah.
Oh, only one is a hunky firefighter.
One is a hunky firefighter.
Yeah.
One is a neurotic pet therapist.
Uh-huh.
And the other is like, he's like the sassy one.
Uh-huh.
My first impression is that this doesn't sound too Hallmarky.
No.
No.
Because it's not your stereotypical like a couple thing,
Right,
like a
right.
woman looking for a man or a man looking for a
Well,
woman.
they each end up with a new girlfriend.
Oh,
Sure.
That's what I said,
perfect.
finding love along
Yeah.
the way.
Find love
Yeah.
along the way.
Yeah.
And then the baby's mom comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah, the baby's mom actually, Luke dates her. So then
Yeah.
the baby's still in the family.
Does their mom win the cruise?
No.
Oh,
They don't win
Not
the
everyone
cruise.
gets a happy ending.
Well, she's happy at
Okay.
the end, yeah.
Oh, it's just not a great Christmas present for her.
Well, no, she's super happy because the brothers are, they're getting along and they finally move out of her house.
Right? That's a huge gift for her. Sounds kind of entertaining. Like it's a little break from the like love story. It sounds like there's an added antic of this
Yeah.
orphaned baby.
I would say this was the best one of the ones I watched.
Oh.
Because you made it up.
Definitely.
It might be a Hallmark movie, but it doesn't have like the standard elements.
Right.
Right?
I think, yeah, the central trope of like a woman looking for love, that's always what I think of with Hallmark.
Right.
But maybe I'm just outdated. This is a brand new movie like last year or
Yeah.
2022. So
I don't
maybe they're moving on from those tropes.
I don't think Hallmark executives are like, I think this is a movie that Andi wishes Hallmark made, Role reversal, right?
Yeah.
Why should only the women take care of a baby? I mean, yeah. So I can see the underlying message in the film. Between this and the first one, which one would you think?
I would think this one is the fake
This one's the fake.
because the first one sounds like it fits the stereotype of a Hallmark movie.
Right. Yeah. That's the same vibe that I'm getting.
Yeah. But besides that, it kind of sounds like it holds up, but it's just not exactly what I would picture for a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
Maybe we should watch it. Or maybe we should listen to the other two so we can hear if it's fake.
Okay. Hallmark movie number 3, Christmas in Vienna. Quirky concert violinist Jess is in Vienna over Christmas for a concert at the Vienna Opera House. She finds that lately her passion for music is waning and she's hoping to get the magic back. She visits with her college roommate Tori, who lives in the city. Tori is an aspiring artist who is caring for her cousin's 3 children. Their dad is an American diplomat in Vienna and recent widower named Mark. When Tori gets an opportunity to sell her art at the Christmas market, Jess must care for Mark's kids without knowing that he is the charming American she met at the market the day before. The kids fall in love with Jess almost instantly, but their dad takes umbrage with her opinionated attitude. But eventually he softens and the whole family performs Silent Night at the Opera House, where Mark and Jess finally share a kiss.
Oh.
The highlight are the views of Vienna.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a tourist video. Like you get all the spots. And there's one quote where she calls Philly, where she's from, the Vienna of America.
Amazing. Having recently been to Philadelphia and also to Vienna. Wow. I can totally agree.
I don't know how I feel about that. This is from 2020.
Okay.
Everything about this film says Hallmark, right? From the start.
Okay.
Minus the Vienna part.
It's too worldly.
Yes. I don't think Hallmark executives have a passport.
I will also say this one is probably the worst one of the ones I
wow.
watched. Mark and Jess have zero chemistry.
Oh, no.
They're seriously like, it's so painful to watch them together. It's awful.
Yeah.
This one kind of sounds like it's a different story to me.
Right.
Like Jess and Mark and Tori could be from like some old novel or something that happens in Vienna, and she made it into a movie. It sounds like she's taking inspiration from something.
Right.
To make this one.
I get this feeling. But also, she does say that this is the worst. Will she critique her own plot that way?
Right. Self-critical on
this.
Yeah.
Wow. She's like, yep, the worst movie is the fake one. I told you guys. You didn't pick up on any of the clues.
I warned you.
I mean, I can totally envision a Hallmark movie like this.
And the roles that they play,
right?
Like musician and diplomat and
some secret service involved. I'm surprised there is no like political plot being. I don't know that there is like a diplomatic crisis.
Because it's our only international one. Yeah. Much more boring than that. This is like a musician and a diplomat.
Yeah, it's really more like tourist video than
it is.
Movie,
and
honestly.
I find the choice of the city very interesting because Vienna as a city is very Christmassy during Christmas, right? They've got beautiful Christmas market. The entire city is lit up. Yeah. I can also bet that there is like a scene where Mark and Jess are on like a horse carriage.
Oh, yeah. And then it's like green screen behind or something.
No, it's Vienna. They're on the Ferris wheel.
Of course.
They're on the Ferris wheel, of course. Yeah.
They get in a fight, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sounds pretty believable.
I know. I'm inclined to believe it.
Yeah. It's just the Vienna part.
Yeah, it's quite international.
That's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah. But we have one more.
One more. Hallmark movie number 4, Snow Bride. This is from 2013. Greta Kane is a celebrity gossip journalist. She is pitted against a colleague to get a scoop on the Tannehill family, a political dynasty akin to the Kennedys. Greta's friend Doria is getting married and asks Greta to pick up her dress from the dry cleaners. While coming home from the gym, Greta gets a call that her colleague is at an event at the Tannehill estate. Greta drives up into the mountains to the estate where her car breaks down. With nothing to wear but the wedding dress, she stumbles through the snow in search of help. She is rescued by Ben, a mysterious man secluded away in a cabin. Eventually, she learns this is Ben Tannehill. When Ben's brother, Jared, brings home Ben's ex-girlfriend, Claire, Ben lies to his family and tells them that he is dating Greta. The two eventually fall in love over wholesome holiday activities until Claire, who is secretly scheming to get into the family for prestige, reveals that Greta is a reporter. Greta is chased away in shame. Later, at Doria's wedding, after a miraculous dress fix, Ben shows up and forgives Greta. She encourages him to give up his family's political goals and become a novelist. The pair share a kiss while the credits roll.
Aww.
So the highlight is definitely Greta tumbling down a snowy mountain in a super ugly wedding dress.
I don't know, this Tannehill dynasty thing sounds like a Hallmarky movie thing.
Yeah.
And this Ben who lives in a cabin.
Yeah, he's like the rebel of the family.
Yeah, he's writing his novel
of course.
in the cabin by himself.
I'm a son of a millionaire. Yeah, I don't have to work for a living. I can just be creative in my cabin.
Mm-hmm. And girls will just show up for me. Wow.
They'll come knocking at his door. But
there's so much detail in this one. It's surprising if it's the fake, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's so many moving parts.
A lot of characters.
I think it sounds too detailed to be made up.
Right.
But I was really banking on the fourth one being the fake. As I always do, I guess.
Right.
Nothing about this really jumps out at me as being, oh, that's definitely a Hallmark movie, or that's definitely not a Hallmark movie, you know, because it's not super Christmassy. To me, like the X's being there kind of pushes it more towards Hallmark, but it's not like definitive.
Yeah, the only thing December or festive about this movie is the snow part, right? It's not like a typical Christmas movie.
They do Christmas activities.
Right. The setting is around Christmas, right?
Yeah,
of course.
They make like gingerbread. And
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I think that this is true because it's Tannehill as like a last name. This sounds like a very also Hallmarky last name. Right?
I know one person named Tannehill.
See, this is what's funny to me about this is that like the only Tannehill I know is from football, which I feel like is the opposite of the people who would watch a Hallmark movie and think that sounds like a political family name.
Yeah, so it's safe to say that that's
I can see like patriarch of the Tannehill, George Tannehill Sr. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm really leaning against this one being fake.
Right.
But I guess we should get a recap of the four before we pick which one is fake.
So, Hallmark movie number 1, A Very Merry Quizmas. Hallmark movie number 2, 3 Wise Men and a Baby. Hallmark movie number 3, Christmas in Vienna. And Hallmark movie number 4, Snow Bride. One of those I made up.
If I didn't get the plots and I got only the titles, I would say all of them are fake.
Yeah.
That's like my first thought. But now that I know the plots, I think it's the 3 Wise Men.
Yeah. 3 Wise Men and a Baby, the second one.
I stand by the fact that this is the plot that she wishes a Hallmark movie should be. So there's the firefighter. Firefighter, sexy, always in-demand job. If one brother is like that, then you need like contrasting brothers. So that part, like the mother randomly coming and leaving the child, but they come back. I mean, it's I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. It does go against a lot of the tropes and a lot of the stereotypes you see in Hallmark.
Right.
And especially when you compare it to the other 3, because the other 3, the main character is a woman who winds up with a man, right? This is 3 guys.
Right.
Very different.
Yeah. Which one are you thinking?
I think that the third one, the Vienna one, it sounds like such a different style of movie than the other ones because like it's international, sure. And there's like different sorts of jobs, like a musician and a diplomat. I really think that Andi made up that
number 3,
that Philly Vienna line. So I'm going with that one.
Okay.
You picked your movies.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Christmas in Vienna is real. I don't recommend it. That was a painful watch. But I would say fortunately, 3 Wise Men and a Baby is also real.
Oh.
And that one was actually very entertaining.
Wow. It sounds refreshing. Like it's not your standard Hallmark movie.
Yeah, it was like actually pretty well written. Like it was pretty decent. The fake movie is, I kind of think you guys should have known because there's no movie called A Very Merry Quizmas.
Yeah.
I put quiz in it. And also it came out in 2020 because that's when I Should Have Known was founded.
True.
So yeah, I made all that up.
Wow. But you didn't put a quiz in there.
Yeah, so I made up the whole thing about like, oh, if I saw this on a list, I would obviously pick it and then watch it and then be like, what? There's no like quiz in here.
That's
like
so meta.
Yeah, so I like made up a story about me imaginarily finding it on a list.
Wow.
So you just blatantly lied. How do you feel about yourself?
That's how we played this game.
Oh my God.
I like.
I mean, wow. Okay.
like start to finish, every detail is not from anywhere else. I just was
And
like, I'm gonna make this up.
And I want to say, of all the 4 plots, that was like the most Hallmarky plot, I would say.
I mean, maybe that was the giveaway.
Danielle and Damien.
It was
like
too prototypical.
Yeah.
That maybe Hallmark is more exciting than you think.
we got to open our minds a little bit. Oh man, I really believed it.
Me too. And that's why I can
It
get
was
away.
very entertaining to watch you guys. Like,
We rationalized every single bit of it. Even the title. The
Even
title didn't
names.
make any sense.
No, that's why I was asking. Like, there's no trivia. And
And
yeah.
the washed
Well,
up
if I said that there was
musician.
trivia, that are like, come on, you'd know that was a fake. That'd be way too obvious.
Wow, I'm so surprised. I'm like, whew, I should have known.
I should have known.
Thanks for listening to this episode of I Should Have Known. If you enjoyed this episode of Hallmark Movies, as I said, we have another one from last year that you can listen to. And next week, we'll be continuing with our December theme. Tanner will be telling us about December drinks. So get ready for that. And as always, thanks for listening.
Zombie love story.